Okay, so we're going to integrate 3x squared minus 3x plus 7 over x minus 2x squared with respect to x. So quite clearly looking at this, we can't integrate straight away. If we FOIL out the denominator, we can see we've got x cubed, whereas in the numerator we've got x squared. So the superior power is in the denominator. So it's looking like best place to start is going to be partial fractions. So let's set that up. 3x squared minus 3x plus 7 over x minus 2x squared equals. Okay, let's take care of the first one, x minus 2. Really straightforward, normal business. X minus 2 plus b. Okay, we've got x squared. So that's a quadratic. So we can't just plug in x squared here and then just hope for the best. We're going to have to build up the powers. So we've got b over x plus c over x squared. So you could have an imaginary 1 there. Still the same x to the 1, x squared, built up the powers. There we go, usual stuff. So now what we're going to do is the x minus 2 and x squared, we're going to multiply each one of those constants by those two values. So a x minus 2 x squared, b x minus 2 x squared, c x minus 2 x squared. Okay, and straight away here we can see we can do some cross cancelling. So let's start from the right hand side. So x squareds cancel out, x1 and x squared, we can cancel out one of the powers. So that just leaves us now with x. And then x minus 2 and x minus 2, they cancel out, leaving with the x squared. So that takes care of the denominator. Now we're just left with the numerator. So let's start the next line. 3x squared minus 3x plus 7 equals a x squared plus b, it's got an x and an x minus 2. So we'll leave it like that for now, and the c is just x minus 2. Okay, what do we do next? So, looking at this, plug in x equals 2, cover-up method looks like the way forward. Those two will disappear, leave us with this one. And vice versa, if we plug in x is 0, these two will disappear and leave us with this one. So let's start that off. Let's start off with x equals 0. So for x equals 0. So x equals 0, let's plug that in. 0, 0 plus 7. 0, 0, and 0 minus 2, that's minus 2c. Okay, so divide each side by minus 2. We're left with c equals minus 7 over 2. Okay, well on the way, we got our first coefficient there. So that's the first one. Now we're going to plug in x equals 2. Okay, quick bit of mental arithmetic here. 2 squared is 4, times 3 is 12. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6, plus 7. That equals, 12 minus 6 is 6, plus 7 is 13. Plugging 2 into all these values, well straight away these are going to disappear. 2 squared is 4, so that leaves us with 4a. Okay, dividing each one of these by 4 to leave us with the a, we get a equals 13 over 4. Okay, right, now we're going to have to plug in our values for a and c into here, starting on a new line, and then we can break it down and see what we're into. Okay, so we'll set that up. 3x squared minus 3x plus 7 equals a is 13 over 4. So I'm just going to write that like this. 13 over 4 x squared. So this is going to be the coefficient for the x squared, just like we've got here. So now we've got the b, x, and x minus 2. So the b we don't know. And the c, we know, is minus 7 over 2. So we can put minus 7 over 2 times x. And then minus 7 over 2 times minus 2 gives us plus 7. Okay, so let's take this here, and we've got bx squared minus 2bx. So this will now become, if we multiply this by this, and then this by this, we'll end up with bx squared minus 2bx. Okay, let's go on to the next line. So the bx squared, we can now put that into here. So that equals 13 over 4 plus bx squared. Okay, now for the x, we've got 7 over 2 and 2b. And then if we've got a minus 2b with the minus sign in front, we're going to have to make that a plus. Minus plus gives us a minus, hence we're correct. And then plus 7. Okay, so now we check the coefficients. So for the x squared, we have a 3. For the x, we have 3. And plus 7. Well, the plus 7 we know is there, so that's equal. So now what we should get is that this one equals 3, and this one also comes to 3. So let's pick this one. 13 over 4 plus b equals 3. So let's make that into over 12. So then that leaves us to 13 over 4 plus b over 1 equals 12 over 4. So therefore b must equal 1 over 4. Sorry, minus 1 over 4. So b equals minus 1 over 4. Okay, so if you put minus 1 over 4 in here, that gives us minus 2 over 4, which is minus half. 7 over 2 minus half gives us 3, hence we got the right number here. So we've double checked, so we know we got the right number. So now we know our a, b and c values. We can go back to this bit as the integral and see where we get to. So if I just write integral of 3x squared minus 3x plus 7 over x minus 2 x squared dx. This is the same as a over x minus 2. A is 13 over 4. So it's 13 over 4 over x minus 2 dx. B is negative, so I'm going to write a negative here. Integral 1 over 4 over x. And then c is minus 7 over 2. Don't forget the dx. Minus integral 7 over 2 x squared dx. Okay, so oops, let's not forget the 4 here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, take these constants, bring them to the front, as you can do when you're doing integration, and see what we get. So 13 over 4 integral 1 now over x minus 2 dx minus a quarter, so this one comes out front, integral 1 over x dx minus 7 over 2 integral 1 over x squared dx. Okay, so this is quite nice. These are going to be natural logs, so with absolute values. This one we can just change the integration a little bit. We'll just go down the line a little bit here. So if we bring minus 7 over 2, just cross that out, make it a little bit easier. Integral x to the minus 2 dx. X to the minus 2, same as x squared over x squared, so that's good. So when integrating, increase the power by 1, divide by the new power. So minus 7 over 2, x to the minus 1 divided by minus 1. Okay, that's integrated now here. So now that then leaves us with minus 7 over 2 times, so that's now minus 1 over x, which equals minus 7 times minus 1 is 7, 2 times x, 2x. So that's that one integrated. So if we come down the line here, so 13 over 4, integral of 1 over x minus 2 is just natural log. So we can write this down as 13 over 4 natural log absolute value x minus 2 minus a quarter natural log of x absolute value, and then here this is now turned into a plus from this calculation, so it's plus 7 over 2x plus c. Okay.